guys, it's your boy Scott from King and Queen Cichlids, bringing you yet another new video. Now first of all, thank you so much guys for returning to our channel for this new video that I think you're really going to enjoy. You know why? It's because it's everyone's fan favorite fish in our fish room. That's right, the Silver Arowanas. That's right, we're going to talk about the Silver Arowanas today, how I take care of them, what I feed them, and what you need to do to prepare yourself and your fish room if you want to keep Silver Arowanas as well. Alright, sound like fun?
Yeah!
Are you excited?
Yeah!
Alright, so let's go ahead and get this video started. It's going to be epic! Now wait a minute, time out. You guys know how I roll. Before we get started, please consider hitting that subscription button. Check out a few of my videos, see if it's something that you like, and if you like it, hit that subscription button. Hit that notification bell so that you know every time that I upload a video, which will be Fridays between 5 and 6 o'clock, or when Liz and I go on live, which is every Sunday at 8 o'clock, you will be notified and you will know, get on that video because it's about to get popping. And last but not least, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, or leave me a comment below letting me know what you didn't like so I can improve your experience at King and Queen Cichlids. Alright guys, let's go. Silver Arowanas. Alright guys, that's been enough playing around. Let's get serious about these amazing fish. Let's talk shop. Let me give you some information. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my experiences with Silver Arowanas, and hopefully this will be enough information for you, along with your own research, to determine whether or not these are the type of fish that you should keep in your fish room as well. So right off the bat, Silver Arowanas come from South America, largely in the Amazons. While they are known to get up to almost 4 feet long, in captivity, they probably get to just short of 3 feet long. These guys are about 16 to 18 inches now, and I will be rehoming them into a larger tank that I'm picking up next week. These guys are known as the monkey fish because of how long and how far they can jump. In captivity, they like to kind of swim right to the top of the water, and then they actually jump out and grab birds, mice, bats, even small monkeys, and eat them. Now that's not their regular diet. Their regular diet is fish, crustaceans, insects. But Silver Arowanas are known to jump and grab animals out of trees, down into the water, and devour them. That's how they eat. Now with that said, what I feed my fish is a lot of tetra pellets, along with shrimp, some flake food, and then some other floating pellets that I've picked up over the years. I also like to give them like freeze-dried shrimp, freeze-dried worms, stuff like that. They really are not fussy when it comes to eating. They just like to eat. So when you're feeding these guys, keep in mind their ability to get overexcited and jump high. Now, I've had the one fish, the one Silver Arowana, for about 2 years, the other one for about 6 to 8 months. In that time span, they probably jumped out of this tank 3 or 4 times. Even in the smallest holes that I didn't think any fish could get out of, they somehow maneuver their bodies out and jumped out in moments when I was feeding them. So after some trial and error, I have some very heavy glass surrounding this whole tank. There is not one single opening in this tank. And then I have a little lid right by the filter where I drop the food in and then close it so they can be fed without jumping out the tank. So tip number 2 is make sure your tank is covered well with glass or lids so they can't jump out, and then put something heavy on top, such as bricks or rocks or something, so they don't bang the top off the aquarium. Okay? most arowanas don't die because of poor water conditions or diseases or anything like that. They die because they have jumped out of the tank, fallen on the floor, and when the owner comes back from work or from whatever, they find their prized silver arowana on the floor, dead, dried up and dead. So again, I can't say this enough. Make sure the top of your tank is secure. Now, while we're talking about tanks, you need to think about a large tank. These fish, as I said, can get up to almost 3 feet long. So you're going to need at the very minimum a 6-foot long tank. Now this tank behind me is a 6-foot long, 220-gallon tank, and I really feel like these guys are maxed out and are ready for an upgrade. Luckily, next Saturday I am picking up a 7-foot long, 300-gallon tank from my friends in the Bucks County Aquarium Society. Kelly, thank you so much for providing me this tank and providing my silver arowanas an opportunity to have a larger area to swim in. I'm very grateful for that. If any of you guys are in the Bucks County area next Saturday, please let me know. Leave your comments below. I will give you the information of where we're meeting at. I could use everyone's help to get this large tank into a truck and then back to my house and unload it into my fish room. So again, if you're in the Bucks County area next Saturday, leave your comments below. I could really use your help. Now back to the silver arowana. Obviously, these fish get large. You want to have a large tank to put them in. Even if you start with a small silver arowana, it's my hope that you intend on keeping this fish for its entire lifespan. So that's going to mean planning, upgrading your tanks as they get bigger, and eventually need to put them in an 8-foot long tank or larger, or possibly a very large pond. It's always important, if you're going to get a fish like this that gets to the size that it does, that you have a plan. If you are not prepared to take care of this fish, don't get it. If you're not prepared in 2 years to have a 3-foot long fish, don't get it. Now, I am appreciative that I was able to get these guys for free because the previous owners were not prepared for these fish to get as large as they got. Some fellow hobbyists reached out to me, asked me if I had some tank space for these guys, and I said yes. Now at the time, I was not a huge arowana fan. I was really into cichlids. I'm still really into cichlids, but these silver arowanas have won me over. I am in love with these fish. I think they're graceful. I think they're elegant. They have a sense of class to them, and they certainly bring the wow factor in my fish room. Now I have a lot of incredible fish in this fish room, but everyone is drawn to this tank every time they come to the fish room. They want to know what these fish are. They like to see them fed. They're just a really impressive fish that impress other people. So if you're looking for the wow factor in your fish room, and if you have the types of tanks to successfully keep these guys, then the silver arowana may be the fish for you. So we've talked about feeding, we've talked about tank space. Let me talk about my filtration. In this 220-gallon tank, I have 3 very large sponge filters that are running with power heads, just turning over the water, providing a lot of air and oxygen in the water, as well as a huge canister filter that is circulating and turning over water as well. These guys eat a lot and they produce a lot of waste, so I try to over-filtrate the tank a lot. On top of that, I do 2 water changes a week. That's right, 2. 50% water changes, fill it back up with water, add a little safe to make sure the water is treated, and these guys just do great. Now when I got both of these guys, both of them were damaged. In fact, the smallest one came in with all his finnage missing from the top of his back. I told Liz I didn't think this fish would ever recover its finnage, but lo and behold, thanks to the water changes and the good water parameters and a good variety of foods, he has completely healed all of his finnage on top of his back. And both of these fish are doing absolutely great. So that is my tips when it comes to arowana. Large tank, lots of water changes. It's very similar to some of the stuff I recommend with larger cichlids. Large tank, lots of water changes, a good diet of food, filtration, over-filtrate, and then I also want to talk about decor. This is pool filter sand that I have in here as a substrate. You can pick up a 50-pound bag for like 11 bucks. It is the cheapest substrate you can get. It's the cleanest, and it really looks like their natural substrate that you would find out in the wild. Looks great, and it really shows off the silver arowana well. And I also have some scattered pieces of driftwood in there just to kind of replicate what it would look in their natural habitat, such as the Amazon. So that's my information on these incredible fish. I'm going to show you a few more shots of footage of these guys up close so you can really appreciate just how fantastic these fish are. Alright guys, that's about my time. I hope you enjoy this footage. Again, I didn't want to just regurgitate something that I read online. I wanted to give you my own personal experience with these fish, and I hope you enjoyed it. If I left out something, or if there was something you want to know more about these incredible fish, please leave your comment below. I love responding to comments. I love seeing comments. It means that you guys are watching it, you're getting involved in it, and I love corresponding with you guys and talking and learning stuff on my own from you. So please leave me comments below if you have any questions or comments you want to make or experiences you've had with arowanas. Doesn't have to be the silver arowana, it could be other arowanas. Okay? Thank you so much for coming and spending your time with me. If it wasn't for you guys, the channel wouldn't exist. This would be just basically a video diary for myself. But because you guys join us, you support us in every way, this is becoming a really, truly life-changing experience. It's a blessing for me. It's a blessing to meet you guys outside at different fish events, and I really, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see next, please leave them in the comments below. And you guys, please have a fantastic weekend. Love the people who love you. Surround yourself with positivity and enjoy this hobby for all it's worth. And hey, go meet somebody new in the hobby, introduce yourself, and just say hi. This hobby is great with a lot of incredible people. Don't miss out on that. Alright guys, talk to you later. Hopefully see you Sunday at 8 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bye-bye.